Okay, guys, good afternoon. First topic today, topic A, is about abuse of older persons. Okay, CDC's page about abuse of older persons, aimed at a broad audience for everyone. It defines elder abuse, summarizes how common and serious it is, describes types and outcomes, and points to prevention steps and reporting resources. Core definition and scope. Older person abuse is an international act of or failure to act that causes or creates a risk of harm to an older adults. On the page, as age 60 or older, the abuse is committed by a caregiver or another trusted person. Many types of abuse described. Common types listed on the page are physical, sexual, emotional, psychological, neglect, and financial abuse. Each type is briefly defined with examples, e.g., hitting or pushing for physical abuse, legal or improper use of money for financial abuse. Key facts and statistics highlighted. Prevalence and trends. The page notes that abuse includes neglect and exploitation. Affects about 1 in 10 older adults living at home, and that official data underestimated the problem because many cases go unreported or are treated outside emergency departments. It also summarizes historical emergency department and homicide data, and reports a large economic cost of violent injuries or to older adults, nearly 33 billion in 2022, with recent increases in non-fatal assaults and homicides. Outcomes and why it matters. Consequences. Abuse can cause fear, anxiety, loss of trust, physical injury from minor bruises or head injuries, and broken bones, worsening of existing health problems, and even premature death. The page emphasizes both emotional and long-term physical harms. Prevention and what readers can do. Prevention guidance. The CDC stresses that violence against older adults can be prevented and lists practical actions. Listen to older adults. Learn to recognize signs. Check in on socially isolated people. Help caregivers get support and connect people with substance use or mental health services when needed. The page also notes that while acknowledge is growing, many prevention strategies still need rigorous evaluation, reporting, and service. For reporting or finding services, the page points readers to the Elder Care Locator, a public service of the U.S. Administration on Aging, and provides, give me 1 second, guys. The locator's phone number and website. Quick practical takeaway. This CDC page is a concise, public facing premiere. It defines elder abuse, lists main forms and harms, presents high level prevalence and cost data, and gives clear, actionable prevention steps and a resource for reporting or finding help. Okay, then we go into the second half of this, guys. Give me 1 second, please. The WHO fact sheet defines abuse of older people. Elder abuse is a single or widespread act or a failure to act within a trusted relationship that causes harm or distress to a person age 60 or older. Okay, 5 central facts from the page. Prevalence in the community. About 1 in 6 people age 60 plus experience some form of abuse in community settings over the past year. High rates in institutions. Data are scarcer for institutions, but a review found 64.2%, about 2 in 3 of staff in long-term settings reported perpetuating some form of abuse in the past year. Pandemic effect. Evidence indicates rates of elder abuse rose during the COVID-19 pandemic, with some studies suggesting large increases. Projected growth, even if prevalence stays the same, the number of victims will grow because the global 60 plus population is rising. Victims are projected to reach roughly 320 million by 2050. Serious consequences. Abuse can cause physical injury, premature mortality, mental health decline, cognitive decline, and severe financial harm. Recovery is often harder and longer for older adults. Types, risk factors, and scope. Types of abuse listed include physical, sexual, psychological, emotional, financial, material, abandonment, neglect, and loss of dignity. Risk factors for victimization include functional dependence, poor health, cognitive impairment, poor mental health, and low income. Perpetrator risk factors include mental illness, substance abuse, and financial dependence on the older person. The fact sheet emphasizes that ageism and cultural norms can increase the risk at community and societal levels. Evidence on effective prevention is limited, but promising strategies include caregiver support, interventions, money management programs, helplines, shelters, and multidisciplinary response teams. Who has World Health Organization has outlined 5 priorities for the UN Decade of Healthy Aging, which goes from 2021 to 2030, including combating ageism, improving data, scaling cost-effective solutions, making an investment case, and raising funds. Okay, last page, guys. The World Health Organization page frames elder abuse as a widespread, growing public health and human rights problem with serious physical, psychological, and financial consequences. It calls for better data, stronger prevention, and coordinated response across health, social, and legal systems. All right. That is A for you. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks.